Congratulate Betsy. I'm sure she's watching. It's a surprise to her, and we'll be in touch shortly. Once she's off the floor.
She can tell some of the old Musquash stories there.
I'm sure.
Cohas Brook is where she went.
Oh, was it Cohas? I don't know. I heard she was in Bolton.
That's better than the Musquash.
Her swimming days in the brook.
We started quite a few months ago. The groups, our music groups and our other entertainment groups, we have, their letters were all sent out in January. There were 13 different groups that we send them out to. We've heard from 8 of them so far that are coming. There are 35 nonprofit groups or volunteer-type groups that we also send letters out. Those are all going out tomorrow morning. If you don't receive one by next Wednesday, because some of them are out of town, please call me, because it means I don't have your right address. I'm going by the addresses that you sent in last year on your parade forms. My phone number is 434-6514, and I'm Kathy of the Kathy Pat Group. The parade is rain or shine. It starts at 10:30. Lineup starts, though, at 8 a.m. For those groups that have floats, and please remember, we are asking if you have children on your float, you do need adult, meaning over 21, spotters walking alongside. We also would like you to have some other sort of device, rope, little fencing, something around the side too, to make sure that nobody falls off and gets hurt. Although we do go very slow, it has happened at other parades. Didn't go in as far. It is rain or shine, once again, rain or shine. So it doesn't matter, we've still done it in downpours. So once I receive your response form, then I will send you back another sheet that says that we'd love to have you. You'll get directions if you don't already know how to get here. Some of our groups could be new. And the rest of the information on parking. There is no parking at the middle school. Any groups?
I have been requested to allow Ms. Conley to explain the rules and regulations.
No, I don't want to explain it. I just want to know where at the middle school I can park this year.
You can't park at the middle school.
Yes, I can.
No. Unless you're volunteering to help us set the parade off, you can.
Can I drive her in?
Cindy volunteer.
Every year.
What is this? What is this?
Parents can drop their children off to their groups. We ask every group that has children in it, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Pathfinders, our football teams, our cheerleading teams, any of the groups that have, other than high school students, and even with high school, we do like the adults there, somebody from that group is asked to come early. We also have our shuttle, again this year, which was wonderful last year because it was bright green, said Manchester Airport on it, and everybody could find it very well. It leaves Max Apples on a rotating basis. It takes approximately 15 to 20 minutes for them to come up and down the road before the parade. So if you have a big group in your car, which we do have a lot of the Beck Tesh groups that come in one car, everybody gets out but the driver. The driver drives down to Max, and he's brought back very nicely in an air conditioned, which was very nice last year because it was warm. Very nice luxury bus, I guess it's called. And we had a lovely driver last year, and we really appreciate
I think she
the
wants
airport.
to do it again, too.
But-
She had
That's
so
good.
much
She
fun.
did have
She
a
was
good
very
time
nice.
last year. She
If
was
I
very
take
nice.
my kids, my brownie scouts,
Yes,
brownies,
Yes.
whatever,
Girl Scouts.
little girls, to the back of the high school, the middle school,
You'll get arrested.
why can't I just park my car down there?
Because there were 18-wheelers that fill in that whole area now. Our parade has got so many large floats that we have to use that whole area last year.
So are you saying there is
So there were
no
no
room for
cars.
parking?
Yes,
There's
there is no room for parking
parking.
unless you want to volunteer with us.
Can
Then
I
we
drop
have
my
about
kid off
4
and leave
spaces.
at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Excuse me?
Can I drop my kid off and leave at 8 o'clock in the morning?
If you want. But you have to make sure that your person that's running your child's group is there, or they're left there by themselves. There are some adults there, but we're not responsible for your child.
Can I drive in and wait in my car until that adult comes?
The adult in your group, whoever the leader is, should tell you what time they're gonna be there, so you wouldn't have to do that.
But what if I get there before
Well,
that?
we'll let you wait a few minutes, but you do have to
With the
stay with your
car?
car. Yes, you do have to stay with your car.
Okay, so I can drive down to the side of the middle school
No,
with my
no,
car?
we only let you come right across the front. Very small area in the front.
Easy in, easy out.
But what if I have
Emphasis
special
on
permission from a politician? Can I?
No, the only people you get permission from is Mrs. Slozak and myself, and we don't give permission. We're sorry.
So if the grand marshal.
sell
We don't sell it either, no.
It won't work?
Maybe we could.
We could, depends on the price,
That
John.
might be a good fundraiser.
That might be a very good
I
fundraiser.
know someone who would buy some tickets.
And yes, I'm sure the politicians aren't
But
watching
we-
this,
but
but
we
they
have-
are required to follow the same rules.
Yes,
and
they are,
regulations.
and
And they can't run down a barrier because they're
over the
upset.
last few years, they have
Fortunately,
found that, speaking to Mrs. Slozak and myself, that yes, they are required to
was
follow
that?
the same rules as everybody else.
Who was the one that was speeding around that little car, that little nut there? Remember that little golf cart? Who was that the last year?
Oh, yeah,
No?
wasn't that the whole
We had
home
that the other
day
day.
committee
Chairperson.
chairperson?
Yeah, I had Congo in the car with me.
She was on official business, I believe.
Yes,
Yes,
I
she
had
was.
to come down for an emergency. I had to get Pongo and take him, or Fongo, or whatever. his-
Fungo?
Fungo.
Fungo.
I don't know, the little guy that doesn't talk, yeah.
The bottom line, Mrs. Slozak,
Yes,
is
Mrs. Conley.
there's no parking at the middle
There's
school.
no parking. And, you know, the real reason we have no parking is we want to ensure the safety of all the parade participants. And we cannot have vehicles going in and out of the parking lot at random times when we have hundreds of people, and especially children, waiting for the parade to start. So it is a safety issue. We're not doing it to be mean. We're doing it to ensure the safety of all the parade participants. So I'm really sorry, Cindy, but you'll have to be dropped off, or
Being mean is just a fringe benefit.
it's just.
Unfortunately, Bob Smith isn't running for anything this year.
Our 18-wheelers have enough time
Or
pulling
Pat
in,
Buchanan.
and that's why we have them get there early.
You guys, I think also you should get into some of the details about the commercials and the costs and stuff, so any commercial businesses watching this that aren't sponsors understand our
Okay.
policy.
Any business that is a $1,000 sponsor is more than welcome to come into the parade, and once you have sent in your check and our committee chairperson has received it and I'm notified, I will send you out a little letter that says if you would like to put some sort of group in the parade. We did have a few the last few years. I won't mention any businesses in town, but that have put antique cars and had some of their employees pass out candy, have marched in it. Some just march with a sign and say who they are, which you're more than welcome to do if you're a $1,000 sponsor. If you are not, it is $300 for a business, because we do not feel that you should be in the parade just because you want to be and have that free advertising. And I know that advertising in a newspaper of any size, large or small, costs more than that usually, unless you want just a really tiny ad. So that's what we have done.
Can we throw candy?
No.
You cannot throw candy, no, that's against not only our parade rules, but that's a Londonderry Police Department rule, that there will be no candy throwing. There's also none of that silly string and foam, because people slip, fall, and get hurt. So,
I have one last question, Carol.
Is regarding the parking. Cindy was concerned about the children, her little kids. I was concerned about my grandmother, who's handicapped.
there is handicap parking at the
Oh, that's down at the
Presbyterian
Common.
Church.
At the
That's
Common.
down
But
at
that's the best
Common.
place to see the parade from. That's where you'll also hear the MC announce everything. And then you don't have a very far walk into all the booths.
Well, she would, because she's got a walker.
She's pretty old, Carol, she may not make it till August.
Okay, Cindy, listen, you will him and you will me, okay? She's on your side.
Hey, guys, do we have any more? We move on.
You know,
Let's
we
not
wish
be
we
like
could
me
afford
now,
parking
Cindy.
for everyone at the
But
middle
we
school, but it
can't.
just doesn't work. We're really, really
And it's a
sorry,
long walk
Carol.
from the middle school up to the Common after the parade, because Pat and I have to do it every year.
Okay, so we're gonna move along, and we're gonna do, we're into Saturday, and we did the parade first, but there are a lot of other events on Saturday, and the first one that takes place is at 8 o'clock, and that is the 5K road race, and that has been going on for 27 years. It's one of the oldest road races here in the state of New Hampshire. It's actually got wonderful participation. It's all ages and everything, and you can sign up if you go, we haven't mentioned this, but we do have a website. It's oldhomeday.com or oldhomedays.com, and you can get all the forms, everything